Good morning. I'm Desiree, better known as Sebastian's wife. So I'll start at the beginning. My parents divorced when I was about 4 years old, and I very quickly got into witchcraft. When I was about 9 or so, I started stealing witchcraft books. I got pretty good at it, I guess. Through rejection, I started traveling the world and looking for something, anything. So I bowed down to every god I could think of, traveled the world, went to India, Peru, anywhere looking for something. And I always found more power in my tarot cards than I found in any other religion. Strangely, I never looked at Christianity. So I ended up in Vietnam, and I was there for a while, and my health got really bad. I got what's called degenerative disc disease. So all my discs were breaking in my neck. They were crumbling. I was in excruciating pain all the time. And so I went to every magician, shaman, doctor, anything I could find. They gave me a lot of pills, a lot of sage, a lot of really weird stuff, and none of it worked. So one day I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she asked me to come home. So I went home. And now I don't know if any of you guys have ever had back pain or neck pain, but sort of like the worst thing you can do is nothing. Lying down hurts. So I signed up for a local school and I took a course, and that was great. So I was going to school every day, and it was right before the Christmas break, and we all had to give a presentation. So I gave my presentation on the flying spaghetti monster. And if anybody knows who that is, well, he's a Pastafarian, and you can't prove that he doesn't exist, therefore he does exist. And I was making a mockery of all religion because there was a Christian in my group, and I kind of just wanted to make fun of her because I wasn't very nice. So Christmas break happened, and I was at my sister's house, and me and my sister got in a really big fight. If you have a sister, you know what big fights are like. And I stormed out of her house, and I was crying. It was January 3rd, minus 110. And my tears were freezing to my face because it was so windy. And at that moment, I called out. It's like, if there's a reason I'm in Canada, I need to know because I can't do this any longer. And at that second, the wind stopped. This little leaf landed in front of me. I stepped over it. And the minute I stepped over it, it was like a light got turned on. I didn't know it was off. And I knew that there was a God, and he loved me. I got filled with so much joy and excitement. I started singing and dancing. I danced all the way to the cinema. I watched Django Unchained, Tarantino film. Laughed, cried, applauded Tarantino. I got out of the cinema, and I got a phone call. It was bad news. My granddad was in the hospital. It was my fault, or that's what I understood anyway. And so I walked to the first bar I saw. I ordered a double. I smelled somebody smoking marijuana outside, so I went outside and asked the biggest guy I could see if I could get some pot. He put his hand in his pocket, and he pulled out this cross. And right there I knew that there was a God. He loved me, and Jesus was the way. So I called my mom. She came and picked me up, and she was upset because her dad was in the hospital. And I was like, Mom, this is real. Look, like there's a God in Jesus. And she was somewhere else. And I was like, I got it. And so then I had to go back to school. And there were all those students, and I was so excited. I told them all, like, this is real. This is it. There's a God. And they all had a good chuckle at me. And my seating had changed. There was a Muslim on one side and a lovely Christian girl on the other side. And I was like, hey guys, we're all the same now. We all believe in God. And the Muslim looked a bit uncomfortable. The Christian was like, hey, how about I take you to church? So she took me to church, and I didn't really like it. So she took me to another church the following Sunday. She's a lovely girl. And at that church, it was like an AOG church. They told me about this Jesus who heals. And I needed healing. And so I was super excited. I'm like, what? He heals too? And so I went up for prayer. I got delivered from lactose intolerance. from celiac. And then I kept going up for prayer for probably about 6 months. Anybody who confessed Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, I would ask them to pray for my neck. And in about 6 months, and I mean, that's, if you've been praying for healing, I mean, you go through cycles and it's hard and the devil's mean. But after probably 6 months of persistent prayer, he healed my neck too. Sorry. That's all I got.
Hey, thanks for watching today. Real stories, real people about how Jesus can transform lives. If this has blessed you today and you want to know more about Jesus Christ and how he can bring a miracle into your life, hey, why don't you contact us at City West Church? We'd love to connect with you, or come and join us on a Sunday at 10 o'clock. Blessings, I'm David Jones from City West Church.